guys and gals. It's me, Kevin Williams, your Super Wrestling Entertainment System and your Wrestling Showdown champion. Now, the heavyweight champion Mike Musso, he took you through morning workouts as a way of keeping everyone active, keeping everyone busy during this difficult time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my top 5 games. Now, that's going to be wrestling games, horror games, racing games, a whole bunch. Obviously, it's important to stay active, but gaming is absolutely one of those ways that you can stay active. There's so many genres, so many stories, so many ways to entertain yourselves, and we're obviously going to start with my top 5 wrestling games. WWE All Stars. This game was released in 2011 on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. This game is out there. This game is one of the more arcadey entries on this list. The main selling point of this game was Legends versus current roster at the time. And honestly, it is crazy. The finishing moves, they are so out there. One of my favourites was the Stone Cold Stunner, where you would jump loads of feet in the air and then crash down with that stunner. Most of the encounters were just all over the place. If you had high flyers, my god, that would just end in hilarity. So it's definitely one to pick up if you want more of a fighting game experience as opposed to a traditional wrestling game simulation. So WCW NWO Revenge. This was released in 1998 for the amazing N64 console, one of my favourite consoles, and it's a sequel to WCW vs NWO World Tour, which was quite bare bones, if I do have to say anything about that. It does feature the amazing AKI engine, which the last entry being very much an arcade all over the place kind of fighting game. This engine provides what I think is one of the kind of best wrestling simulations. It's just so in depth in terms of the grappling system, the way things work in terms of reversals, all that stuff. And yeah, there's just a bit more polish, a bit more of stuff to do in this entry. Again, it's got an amazing roster which you can kind of chop and change alliances with, and it was bags of fun when I got it. Smackdown vs Raw was released in 2005 on the PlayStation 2, and it is the sequel / rebranding of the Smackdown series of games, starting with Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain, all that jazz. This is a game I spent a great deal of time on my own, just doing nothing but messing around. It was, I believe, the first online wrestling game, and there was a very crude way of downloading creator wrestlers or making creator wrestlers on the system. It was very in depth for the time, lots of game modes. The music on this game, I defy any wrestling fan or wrestler to this day to tell me that their taste in music did not stem from this game. And yeah, it was just a great time and many of an hour spent playing this game. Smackdown Here Comes the Pain was released in 2003 on the PlayStation 2, and like I said in the last entry, it was the last entry in the Smackdown series of games. Like I said, the first one was Smackdown, and the last one being Here Comes the Pain, and it was the first one to not have a catchphrase linked to The Rock. This game had an extensive roster of, I would say, the influential wrestlers of my youth. The grappling system was great. One of the highlights of this game is the finishers. You could hit the finisher button halfway through and get like a little matrix effect, all that stuff. The backstage brawling in this game is just a highlight. You could climb up to the top of the Smackdown fist, do a swanton 5-star, you go to a boiler room, dive off a huge balcony to do all those kind of stuff, the high flying stuff, and yeah, it was just an absolute blast and a half to play. I highly recommend this one just for a pure mess around. It will come as no shock to anyone that No Mercy is my number one wrestling game of all time. This game was released in 2000 on the N64, and take everything I said about WCW NWO Revenge and times it by 10. This game is just so much more expansive and in depth with practically every mode in it. The customization that you have on offer with the actual main roster, not even going near Create a Wrestler yet, is just immense. I had so much fun keeping the attires of all the superstars up to date with what was going on TV at the time. Me and my friends would always make sure that the factions were all in line. And yeah, like the story mode, it has branching paths. You can fight for each title, like each title's got its own little storyline. You can earn money on that, as well as I can't remember if it's a slobber knocker or whatever, but it's basically a gauntlet. You earn money for that, you can buy things. Again, I can't express how many hours was wasted on this game. It's simply amazing, and I still play it to this day. I am the Press Start Gaming Scotland No Mercy champion. Whoever wants to fight me, fight me. But that is the all-time number one wrestling game for your Super Wrestling Entertainment System, Kevin Williams. So that is my top 5 wrestling games of all time. I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know in the comments below of either the Facebook post or the YouTube post, and let us know how you're getting on. This is a tough time for everyone, and we want to give you guys as much content as possible to keep everyone going while they're stuck indoors. Please consider looking at w3lwrestling.com. We have several packages that you can contribute to, not for nothing. We have packages ranging from a simple £5 donation all the way up, and we have several rewards available to anyone that wants to dig deep and help us stay afloat while we can't run shows just now. But I want to hear from you. Get me on Instagram, Facebook, just search for Kevin Williams Wrestler, and we can chat about absolutely anything. And we will see you very soon for another top 5.